Greetings, everyone. Happy New Year. This is a video dedicated to my boy, Sinful the P. He gone, man. And it's hurtful. And, it just makes you look at how life is short. And, life is short and you gotta treat it preciously. How I got engaged to this channel, which you knew he talked about. It's out there, the game, the pimp game, and what it was, and he never really wanted people to get involved in it. But how I got notified to his channel is he wasn't really talking about pimp stuff. My first video wasn't about pimping. It wasn't. It was actually, he was actually covering the Cameron and Mace beef at the time, 2017, at the end of 2017. And I mistaked him for a regular old podcast or a hip hop historian head, which he did like his music. And he could have beat these people out if he just wanted to just straight up talk about hip hop, because his commentary on hip hop was amazing. I thought he was like everyday struggle and all these guys that's just hip hop heads. But that's the first video. And I'm like, man, he reported this like a hip hop podcaster. That's what caught my attention. And I'm like, all right, let's see what other videos do he got. I thought it was just the name. It was just to get the name to get your attention. But when I kept watching, I got hooked by another video. Then I got hooked by another video and hooked by another video. And then now I'm a Sinful the P subscriber. But how I first engaged him was like really when he was giving his views and opinions. And he used to have, now people got that from him. Now I don't know if people gonna admit that, but people got the call in the music. He ran his YouTube like a radio show. If you look, he have live online callers, and you would call in. You would check out the live call in. Now a lot of people is using that brilliant idea that he had, but he ran his show like a radio show, and he was opening up doors, and he's opening up doors. A lot of people that's future in media is gonna eat off the knowledge of Sinful the P. Mark my words. A lot of your up and coming people that you like came from Sinful the P's channel. But yeah, he was a real guy. He had his flaws. I'm not here to talk about that. It's all on YouTube. If you watch his YouTube videos, I'm just here to talk about what his life meant to me. He gave a lot of knowledge that I was privy to use and privy to I'm gonna take for the rest of my life. He gave knowledge about health, how to be as a man, how to always live in truth, live your truth. Don't do nothing less than. Those things he put, he showed that what he respected about a man and what he didn't, and he let that be known, and he verbalized his opinion. Seeing him rise and cause a meteoric rise, he was going to be different. And it's like, it's no different than when you see your favorite rapper, your favorite R&B singer, like he was the next to blow. It's like, excuse me, it's like how people looked at Tupac, and he passed before his time. He passed before his peak. Biggie passed before his peak. Sin also passed before his peak. He was rising. If you watch his last videos, he was rising, he was rising, he was rising. And he had people up under him that he was going to put on because that's how the type of guy he was. He was a helper. Despite all what you don't like, he was a helper. Why he said what he said is because three reasons. If you did something unmanly, if you did something, most what people what you talked about his people, or you talked about him. All of his responses and his negative criticism on people came from mostly what they said about him. Sometimes if he sees something you don't like, then yeah, he'll say it. But if you mostly did something he didn't like, that's when he was going to talk about you in a bad way because he felt that you wronged him and wounded him in a way. And if you wounded him, you was going to feel that 10 times over. But yes, bro helped me out in a whole lot of ways with the knowledge he gave, the business knowledge he would give. Um, you know, he was known for his jokes and he was comical. But he was a good person at heart. With all that you hear, he was a good person at heart, and he's gonna be well missed. Phillip Brandon Gilmore is gonna be well missed. Um, the way I do things now is it comes from watching his videos and learning how to maneuver. And for the next for the next for the next generation of media guys, he's going to be responsible for that. He got his blueprint over all of people, all of us, me included, and other people who's going to come out. No matter whether from different scopes of media and black media, he's going to be responsible for that. He's going to be responsible for how the next era of media is dictated and how it is viewed. Um, every everybody gonna have to come back to him. It's like the NWA tree. You can't mention Dre without mentioning NWA. You can't mention gangster rap without going back to NWA. You can't mention all these guys that's coming up in the neck that's rising up in the ranks in the next 10 years without mentioning Sinful to P. Is gonna be a void there because he put his stamp down there to let you know what I'm saying, his mark. And he made a massive impact in his time. Um, this would have been his 8th year coming into YouTube. But yes, he's gonna be well missed. I'm gonna miss his messages and his occurring words and his godly messages, his messages, views on the world and what he see about the industry and what he feel need to change. I'm gonna miss his commentary because it was wise words being spoken from an individual like him and as young as he was being taken from us so early, 38. He's gonna be well missed. And I have nothing bad to say about him because he was nothing but respectful to me. He never even roasted me. In the 4 years, he never really roasted me. So uh I respect bro. I'ma miss him. Yeah. He was a different type of individual, very intelligent. He was magnetic and charismatic, so you gonna remember him for that. So I'm gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss the things he would say to the youth and him building up the youth, encouraging the youth, not even only in his lifestyle, but in regular as to the civilians. So seeing Phillip, no sinful to P. Phillip, I'ma miss you. Um, I love you. Until next time, brother. Goodbye.